Hello, my name is Ad Flems. I am, together with my wife, initiator of Boekel Ecovillage. We want to be a unique example of a really ambitious eco-village and also a living lab for sustainable innovations. Like many eco-villages, we grow our own food in the food forest. What makes us different is that we have a lot of innovations that we want to test out. For instance, as for heating, we store the energy from the sun in the summer time into a big room with basalt in it that will heat up to 450 degrees. And the rest of the year we can use that heat to transport water to our houses and to heat our houses. So we produce in the summer and we consume in the rest of the year. With electricity, we do the same thing. We store everything that we produce into batteries, and we can even use windmills if we want to, or any other ways to generate electricity. And also here we produce by day and we consume our own energy in the evening. A foundation of our houses is very innovative. Also, we have the most of it is glass foam, which is a byproduct waste from the glass recycling industry. And the concrete you see on top is very new because it doesn't have cement in it. Cement is responsible for 8% of all CO2 output. So we said to our contractor, we really don't want that, and he introduced concrete without cement, which is called geopolymer, and 3 magazines, building magazines, wrote about it because it's the first time in the Netherlands that it's being used. We also have 2 tree houses that are designed by artists, which look really nice for ecotourism, and an artist in residence where an artist will come for 2 or 3 months and will work on one of the sustainable development goals, one or more, to create new solutions for that. We have a lot of partners, companies which are very innovative, but also the regular companies, and then we talk to the innovation expert. So that's really nice. We also work with a lot of schools together. They are very, very interested to work with us, and a lot with the government, every level of it. The municipality is very happy with us, the province even more, because they invested 2.5 million into Boekel Ecovillage, and they say it's because what we want for our citizens to live like in 2050, you can already show in 2020 and 2021. So you can be our showroom and our living lab. We are also very well met by ministries. We are even mentioned in a law that changes laws, and one of the ministries invested 500,000 into Boekel Ecovillage. The EU has invested 1 million, and we were asked to give the closing presentation on a symposium on circular economy. One of the partners, as an example, is the biggest cable producer in the world, Prisma Draka, and they designed a new cable, and when their company gave their a presentation about their new sustainability plans, they had Boekel Ecovillage in their presentation, and the new cable, which was very innovative and completely circular, was also in there. We are connected to a lot of networks, and some of which we are very active, and some of which we are going to be even more active. We've been on 3 times on national television already, one of which a documentary of half an hour. We've been in books, in internet radio, on a lot of magazines, and some of which really follow us. This is how it looked like a few months ago. In October 2020, 1 circle will be finished and people will move there. In January, the 2nd circle of 12 houses, and in April, the 3rd. Now, at the time, 30 people live in temporary homes. They are going to move in there, and we also have 15 children. After that, we're going to build a center. Our organization is very special. We have a real estate association that has 2 members, one of which is the community, where everybody is member of, and the other one is Vrijkoop. And Vrijkoop checks that the houses will never be for sale, and there will also always be social housing. And Vrijkoop will invest into other Ecovillage houses, which I will show what that means. The older ecovillages or communities will invest in new ecovillages or communities because of we've signed that all the income we get from our rent, after paying the bank and keeping some for maintenance, will be used to finance new ecovillages and other sustainable communities for hundreds of years, so for always. And in our case, that will be 250,000 per year that we are going to invest after 30 years when the bank is being paid off. Will be spent on financing new ecovillages. Our entire project cost 10 million, of which 44 million is being paid by the different levels of government, and the rest by crowd lending and other ways of partners and subsidies, smaller subsidies. We found out that we and other ecovillages have many solutions per global goal, and we want to collect these. One example is permaculture, which is a climate resilient food production method. But there are many more. We want to collect them in the global goals community. We want to set up with, we've already made an agreement with Gen Netherlands to do that, and we also want to work together with Gen Europe to collect all these practical solutions. Our culture and the way we want people to be when they come in is that they are able to do self-reflection, that they want to participate, and that they make time in their lives to do so 2 days per week. We ask them to participate and also to trust one another and trust what has been developed already and trust in each other. The way we make decisions is through holacracy, which we've taken holacracy and we made it more ecovillage-like, so that you will move as a flock of birds that's hunting after insects. We have a village circle, in which are smaller circles from theme-based circles. For instance, public relations has as goal inspire others for sustainable living, and it has functions below that. And each of these functions is a sensor for the organization and checks whether something needs to be decided. Well, we also have a lot of volunteers on location. We really like to work with volunteers. And we are now, I think, 5 years an aspiring member of Gen, and we would really love to be a full member. And we hope that you give us the chance to be that. Thank you very much, and hope to see you.